All right. While you technically have the authority to commandeer vehicles for sale business, Central would need a very good reason to override the car's systems. Though you don't give Central's predictions much credibility, you'd still better investigate. It'll make proving it wrong that much easier. So we left off where a girl just escaped what was an apartment that then exploded, and this is 20 hours earlier, I believe.
Hey, anyone there?
Doesn't look like anyone's around.
Hey, service!
Animus must be one of those places that doesn't keep staff working nights. Very strange.
Yeah, it's weird that they have the whole place open, but no one's home.
Cell agents, we want to talk to someone.
Looks like we'll just have to help ourselves.
The elevator's locked. Panel says authorized personnel only.
I guess we need to find someone who counts as authorized, then.
What the hell?
What'd you find?
A security card. This man was custodial staff, a janitor.
Probably not our Mindjacker's target, then.
Still, I don't think this was an accident. We need to find out what's going on here.
It's a hell of a scream to have as a man when you're falling to your death. I thought that was a woman.
The elevator's locked. Panel says authorized personnel only.
Yeah, okay.
It's unlocked floor 26 for us.
Must be where its owner was working. Damn it all.
Burns all around the planar nodes and his wetware wiring. Yeah, this is our mindjacking victim.
Central was right.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago. The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor who ended up on the street.
There's only one other way out of here, to the roof. We need to get up there before he escapes again. His ID badge says Gerbach, Avery. He's an HR supervisor.
If the mindjacker's in corporate espionage, it's a pretty strange target.
Have Central run his data, see if it can flag anything.
Forgive the coughing. Sometimes, you got a frog in your throat. There's a time and a place for the trance, and it's not up on the roof. Yes, it's private, but it's also extremely dangerous. Therefore, management's asked me to keep the roof access locked, unless it's an emergency. For information, trance cravings do not count as emergencies. Seriously, Avery. You're great at your job, but you need help. That's from Roy Atwood, HR Management. Animus Customer Relations. The management of Animus Organics would like to remind colleagues not to make statements to the press regarding product safety. An investigation into recent high-profile exponential wetware growth, or gray goo, accidents is underway and will be released when completed. Publicity Management. To Avery Gerbach, please be aware that tomorrow's midday UV exposure index is expected to peak at 8. Your genetic background indicates a propensity to melanoma. Please take extra care in order to maintain long-term health. Hey man, just wanted to say, big grats on the engagement. She's a really swell girl, and I know you guys are going to be so happy together. Catch you after work at the den, Sal. Let me see. Who can I call? Well, in that message that did say Roy Atwood. So if I call someone related to the work, maybe that'll help.
I think I found the office manager's contact.
See if he'll help us. Remember, be consistent when you're talking to him.
What? Who is this? Do you have any idea what time it is?
Mr. Atwood, my name is Dr. Regis. I'm an investigator for Cell.
What? I mean, what's happened?
We're investigating a serious incident in your workplace. I need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, Nuke, what happened?
We need to get up to the roof from your office. We have reason to believe someone we're pursuing has made their way up.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm the one with the code, but management's ordered me not to let people up there. That's why we've got the lock in the first place.
You have nothing to worry about. You're perfectly safe. We just need your help. I'm transmitting my credentials to your terminal.
So you're really a Cell agent. I'm sorry. I don't want to say anything until I got a lawyer. It's just, you know, I gotta think of my own safety as well.
Damn.
Okay.
This door is really starting to get on my nerves. Lau?
Don't worry. I think I get where you're coming from.
And who says brute force never solves anything?
Not me, that's for sure.
Come on, we've almost caught up with him.
The Mindjacker!
Freeze! Cell agents! Lay down your weapon and put your hands above your head.
Does that ever work?
Sometimes. It was worth a try.
It's pretty much nothing but very stereotypical cop responses. There's no escape. Probably just gonna say you're under arrest.
You're under arrest on suspicion of illegal trafficking of neural data, breaking and entering, and homicide.
Let's not forget, shooting at Cell agents.
The only way off this rooftop is down, either with us or over the edge.
Frankly, the second one's fine by me.
What? What? He had lifting gear?
He's escaping by aerostat.
Central, our mindjacking suspect has fled the scene by air.
Interceptors dispatched. Cell Corps officers have arrived on scene at Animus. Please return to headquarters for debriefing.
Nuke it. We were so close.
Lau, Max,
What? Huh?
were you sleeping on duty?
Sleep? No, I was trancing. For work, of course.
Dr. Lau was submitting her case report.
We were so close. Have you found the aerostat he escaped to?
No records have been found of such a vehicle.
What?
Radar and air traffic records show no aerostat present at that time, and no communications traffic has been identified regarding the aerostat.
Maybe he deleted them? Covered his tracks?
That would require access to an improbable number of systems, including my own. Such an undetected intrusion into central systems is implausible.
Are you saying we're lying?
It is possible that you were mistaken. Human error. For the moment, you are advised to pursue other lines of inquiry.
If you say so. Something's going on here.
Well, you've already got the preferences set up how you like them. Viksha and Charlie, May 2066. Continuing a long-standing process of standardization, the Parliament of the European Federation. You know, I've read this before. It's just about changing the way time is. I forget what it's called. Yeah, adopts metric time, something like that. It's nothing very interesting at all. Class 4 information larceny with composite harm to health of individual targets, i.e. mindjacking. Yeah, that's just a case file, I think. Beginning in March 2087, a string of data theft attacks have been carried out within Newton using a process of resonant modulation with subjects' neural wetware. The informational contents of individual victims' brain is being destructively removed with fatal consequences to targets. Identity of perpetrator not known. Subject appears exceptionally skilled at infiltration and may have inside help from larger sponsor. Case specialist Regis and Lau are assigned to compile all available data on Mindjacker's activity, including investigation of latest targets, for analysis by Central. Oh man, there's so much. Very important that you download and activate this package in a secure location as soon as possible. Tell no one. Lives depend on it. You downloaded the data package to your traveler. You're unsure who this might be. An informant, perhaps? As much as you dislike the cloak and dagger approach they've requested, you'll take any help you can get right now. Hey Charlie, why hogging Lau so much? The rest of us need a wirehead on cases as well. I can probably guess why you're not letting go of her. But seriously, man, give the rest of us a turn. I don't know what that says. Why hey? Dr. Regis, as per discussion at your last checkup, you have still not opted for enhanced neuroconnective wetware. While not yet critical, please remember that your work will be increasingly difficult as support for non-WW systems is phased out. BFR medical support. Charlie Regis, your monthly payment of $8,100 for the rental of the Tier 42 Northwest Balcony Garden has been processed. Approval for continued use granted by centralized. Thank you for your command. Your contribution to the city's green skyline. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. I'm just going to scroll through it if someone wants to read it all. You could just pause it if you want to read it. Okay. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. I think I'll just head out. Let's see. There we are. I think this is the exit. So I have that informant that might give me a sort of clue as to who the Mindjacker is or where he is, how to catch him, and this balcony is probably a place to speak with him.
When people worry, there's always something they find to help them. Drinking, the trance, even God sometimes. Me, I've got a place I like to go to. It's helped me when I've been troubled in the past. Here goes nothing.
Dr. Regis.
Yes?
Regis? Central's still giving us a negative on the aerostat. It's like it just vanished. So I thought I'd better give you a heads up.
Do you mind? I was in the middle of something. How did you find me?
Central told me you'd be here, at Fulcrum Tower. Also, it said, stop turning your traveler off.
What a surprise. I like my privacy, though. That's why I come here.
You hang around the balconies much?
Take a look at the plaque.
Viksha Regis, beloved... Oh, Regis, this is... I'm sorry, Charlie, I didn't know.
You wouldn't have. I don't tell anyone about it.
Wow. I know you've got some seriously high-up strings you can pull, but I didn't think they'd ever let someone be buried up here. And how the hell can you afford somewhere like this?
She isn't buried up here. She was processed, like anyone else.
I see.
The tree's special, though. I made it myself, from scratch.
Planted and grew?
No, made. It's a cross of Chrysophyllum canito and Prunus cerulata. The junk DNA in every cell of it contains her entire genome.
Wow.
Takes a lot of looking after.
But you're doing it for her.
Makes it all worth it. You're right, though. This place is very expensive. Why do you think I live in a pod in the Southeast Barrel?
I didn't know that was where you lived either.
We were married for 4 years.
I'm sorry it couldn't last.
We met in our professions. She was a engineer as well.
You didn't have kids?
My previous work, well, it left both of us infertile. We had embryos prepared through IVF, but we never got to using them.
I'm really sorry. I remember reading... It was Baxter, wasn't it?
Don't push it, Dr. Lau.
Sorry. I think I figured out why you went off the grid to come up here tonight. You heard about Baxter, didn't you?
They let a monster like that walk.
They didn't parole him because they approve of what he did. He's out because he's got skills Central thought would be useful. With a governor jammed in his limbic system, well, he won't be the same man. He can't even imagine hurting anyone again.
Even if it were completely true, I know that there is absolutely no way I could forgive him.
On the bright side, he'd probably be pretty mad at you too. Well, if he could have thoughts like that anymore without falling over and puking, you put him away, and that counts for something. I know it's not exactly normal for you to open up, but if you want someone to talk to,
Central wants us?
I'm afraid so. We better get going. You coming?
I just need a moment to think, Max. A little privacy. It's why I came up here in the first place.
I understand, Charlie. I'll be in the car. I'll see how long I can stall Central.
Max,
Yes?
Nothing.
That's all right, Charlie. I understand. I'll be in the car.
I can't ask for her help in this. I'm not even sure what this is yet.
You are alone, as requested?
Yes? Now what is this about?
1448D-A, 1448D-B, 1448D-C, 1448D-E.
Excuse me?
Your stomach lurches as you recognize the image. You know them. You've seen them before, but you hadn't remembered them by number. Whoever is calling you has 4 embryo containers, your own.
What about them?
They were removed from the Alracis Medical Center, originally deposited at 1615 on the 11th of November 2065. They have been fertilized by yourself and Dr. Viksha Regis. They were frozen at the earliest viable phase of growth. 3 are female and 1 is male. They were deposited after your fertility treatment proved...
Stop! Why are you telling me this? Who are you? And what are you doing with my my embryos?
You are about to meet with a contact, Giel Vanderwall. In his home is an active memory module, a most unique model. You will secure it for us. Further instructions will follow.
And what if I don't? That image could be a sim.
Apparently, you need more incentive not to waste my time. One is gone. 3 remain. Do it quickly. Your legacy is in jeopardy.
Conflict brews in your mind and in your heart. Giving in to blackmail like this would be the antithesis of everything you stand for, both as an agent of the law and as a human being. On the other hand, you cannot bring yourself to risk a small part of the legacy that you've worked for so many years to maintain.
To save the lives of our children? I think I can accept that.
So, despite the incident at Animus, I may have some good news. We might have a break in that string of mindjackings. I managed to get Giel Vanderwall, the legitimate businessman, to cooperate. Says he has information on the Mindjacker.
I thought Vanderwall made it pretty clear he wasn't going to speak to us.
Might just be the way you handled him. Tact is apparently not your strong point.
I like to speak my mind. What did he say?
Didn't want to talk over the...
Lau?
Central wants a word.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
This isn't just a social call for an update, is it, Central?
Dr. Regis, lately you have spent a great deal of your time off network. It is for your safety and that of the citizens that we...
Central?
All points bulletin, evacuation in progress at Barber's Gate Transit Station. Case officers Regis and Lau assigned to crisis management.
What's happening at the...
All case data has been transferred to Dr. Lau. Your vehicle has been rerouted. Please seek an expedient resolution to the situation. Central out.
Businesslike as ever. Let's go see what this is about.
Sir, over here.
I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpsman Durian, 4th Network.
Has it gotten any worse?
Not yet, but we've not heard any word since...
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another what?
A, bomber.
What do we know about the bomber's movement history?
Central's managed to pull his entire background on record.
In the 10 minutes since it caught him?
He hasn't been in town long, apparently. Came in 2 weeks ago, apparently on a medical treatment visa from Canada.
Spent most of his time in the Barrel or the Northwest?
Yeah, how'd you figure?
Less surveillance. He's been trained, but still apparently scares easily.
Central marked him when he tripped a chroma sensor. Central locked down the trains and started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Has the bomber issued any demands?
No, sir, he hasn't. Every time we got close, he just started yelling. Threatened to martyr himself, kept calling us heathens and federals.
It means he's unstable.
But the fact that he hasn't done it yet means he's having second thoughts.
He didn't have a choice. He was made for this.
Regis?
He's a bio-bomber. The explosives are made of... they are his bones. That's how he tripped a DNA sensor. What's your take on it, Dr. Lau?
Honestly, it's looking pretty lousy for him. Doesn't look like he's got any human shields. I doubt an empty transit station was his intended target either.
Very astute.
Charlie, you're not gonna like this. Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
What? Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
It sounds like he's hesitating. I may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
Keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out. Wish me luck. Hello?
Who's there?
I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
What do you want, heathen?
The sight is distressingly familiar. The brace, the weakened bones, the signs of tampering in a young man that bring back memories long buried. It seems that the best hope would be to leverage what you know about him. Try to find some common ground.
You sound like you're from America. Am I right? Texas, I'd guess.
Yes, you're right.
I thought so. I grew up there myself, near Fort Worth. What part do you hail from?
Houston.
I can remember what it's like out there. It's part of why I came here in the first place. I'm Dr. Regis, by the way. Some folk call me Charlie.
Thomas Beckett.
Like the saint. Nice to meet you all, Thomas. So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Well, it's not my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
How's the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes?
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering. That and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It shows just how little the Gengineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones. The fact that you're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let this be one of them.
I used to work with guys like you, a whole lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems, groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice. But does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
It is my duty to God to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station, thanks to a piece of bad luck?
This wasn't where I was supposed to go. But even the original target, it doesn't seem to fit with God's plan. But if I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
For the Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners. Psalm 69, verse 33.
You're right. Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
All right. I shall not resist.
Thomas, you've made a wise choice. More importantly, you've made it for yourself. Corpsman, the suspect is surrendered. Take him into custody. Carefully.
Yes, Doctor.
Regis, that was amazing! Central's going to be pissed, though. That was a huge risk.
Screw Central. Come on, we've got work to do. The corpsman can handle it here.
Yeah, with a little help from the bomb squad.
So, Vanderwall finally agreed to cooperate?
Yep, said he could give us a head start on the Mindjacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting then.
Alright, I'm going to leave it here. Till next time.